Why children should be vaccinated. Vaccination is considered one of the most cost-effective ways of avoiding the spread of disease. Currently, 2 to 3 million deaths a year are prevented by vaccinations. ACOM 2019. Maybe you know someone that vaccinates their children, and maybe you don't. Hopefully all the people you know vaccinate their children. There are many consequences when you don't vaccinate, and you could be putting your child at risk. For me, I don't want to witness or experience a child that doesn't get vaccinated for the sake of your child and others. It is extremely dangerous when you don't vaccinate, and you would be best if you took action. My purpose is for you to take precautions and vaccinate your child when you get older. It is important to encourage others because it could be putting your life at risk too. When you get to be a parent, you will make your own decision to vaccinate your child or not. It is important that you know the risks of when you don't vaccinate. The last thing you want to do as a parent is put your child in danger. I've done extensive research on this topic because I found it very interesting. I wanted you to know the reasons why parents could be putting their child at risk for disease and death. I want everyone to know the benefits of vaccines and why people choose not to do them. Vaccinations do more good than they do harm and are the best route for your family. Today, I will be covering why parents don't vaccinate their child, to inform you of the risks of not vaccinating, and things to consider when vaccinating. You may wonder why parents don't vaccinate, but surprisingly, there are many reasons why they don't. Reasons why parents don't vaccinate and why it is hurting your problem. Religious reasons are the main reason why parents don't vaccinate. The reason is hard to discourage because they are directly connected to the core religious belief or morals of the parent. Usually when parents don't vaccinate for this reason, the child gets no vaccine rather than a particular type. Personal beliefs are another common reason for parents not to vaccinate. While it may be difficult to grasp, some parents actually think it's beneficial for their child to contract the disease. Other parents believe natural immunity is better than the immunity contracted through a vaccination, and some parents think vaccinations are harmful to their child's body. The last reason is safety concerns. These concerns are largely based on false information parents have been told. Regardless of the source, parents can be bombarded with an overload of information of vaccines, and this tends to just stress them out. In fact, 6 years ago, a doctor published a report in The Lancet claiming a link between autism and vaccines. The study made vague conclusions that were not based on statistically valid data, and so was soon retracted by The Lancet. It is reports that this kind that can cause parents to completely refuse vaccine administration. Now that you know why parents oftentimes don't vaccinate their children, it is good to know why you should vaccinate. Immunizations can save your child's life by protecting them from harmful diseases. Some diseases that once killed thousands of people have been eliminated completely, and others are close to extinction. Polio was once America's most feared disease, causing death and paralysis. But thanks to the vaccination, there are no known reports of polio in the United States. 5 important reasons to vaccinate your child. Vaccines are very safe and effective to use. They have been tested by scientists, doctors, and healthcare professionals to ensure they are safe. Side effects from the vaccine are rare to none, and the disease prevention benefits are greater than all of the possible side effects. Immunizations protects future generations by almost eliminating many diseases that killed many people long ago. For example, the smallpox vaccine eradicated that disease long ago and no longer exists. Again, 5 important reasons to vaccinate your child. Some of you may have heard about the measles outbreak that we're having in Washington last winter. This is a map right here saying that it was in King County. And the outbreak had 71 confirmed cases, in which 93% were children, not immunized, and thankfully none of the children died from the disease. Measles is extremely contagious and was declared eradicated in the 2000s, but came roaring back in later years. There are many good reasons for vaccinating your children, and here are some things to consider. Vaccines do not cause autism, contrary to what you may have heard. No studies have found a link connecting a vaccine and autism together. Research is showing that children already have autism before vaccinating. Vaccines do not cause diseases they are meant to prevent, which is a common misconception found in the flu shot. Most people think they get sick after getting the flu shot, but flu shots contain dead viruses and it is impossible to get sick from the vaccine. We still do not we do still need vaccinations in the United States even when infection rates are low. Many diseases are uncommon because there's a high vaccine rate. But if a traveler contracts a disease and brings it back to the United States, someone not vaccinated can have a high chance of getting the virus. We should never stop vaccinating because every disease that has remained under control would quickly come to the surface. In Japan in the 1970s, they had a good program for the whooping cough vaccine, with 80% of children receiving it. In 1974, there were 93 cases of whooping cough and no deaths, but rumors slowly began saying the vaccine was unsafe. This led to a 70% drop of children using the vaccine, and the number rose to 13,000 cases with 400 deaths. Family doctor. Now that you know the risks and benefits of vaccinations, hopefully you can take these into your own home. My purpose was for you to take precautions and still take precautions and vaccinate your child when you get older. It is important to encourage others too, because it could be putting your life at risk. Today I covered why parents don't vaccinate their child, informed you of the risks of not vaccinating, and things to consider when vaccinating. There have been many pandemics throughout our history, with one happening now. I now hope you all feel the need to vaccinate your child and encourage others too. It is important that you know the risks and benefits of vaccinations and why they are helpful to your child. So when you're older and you have children, choose to vaccinate because it can save your child's life.